The first thing you're thinking is, that is not a Harley. You're absolutely correct. This YouTube channel that you've started, but you don't own a Harley. It's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Well, yeah, but truth be told, I am looking at chopping this baby in and picking up a Harley Iron 883, at which point I will be happy to do another video on an actual Harley and do a review, and you can kind of follow me along as I do the mods and thoughts and quirks and stuff with that bike. So if I start this channel nice and early whilst I'm still riding this little thing, then when I get to the bigger stuff, hopefully we'll have a few more people watching. So I own this Keeway Superlight with a Harley Davidson. I love that. And my Fiesta ST. Fiesta ST is stage 2, it's got 250 horsepower, it's got Revo stage 2 air intake and all sorts of fancy gizmos, limited edition seats, all that fun stuff. And my Keeway, I bought this from a guy in Minehead, and it's fairly standard. I've done a couple of bits, like the headlight, which I'll show you in a second. And I just thought, there's not a lot of content out about this bike, but it's a popular cruiser first 125cc bike. So if I do a couple of how-to videos, how to remove the headlight, how to change it for this LED sucker up there, how to do an oil filter change, how to do all this kind of fun stuff, then it might be useful to some people. So that's basically what this channel is going to be about. In the early days, it's going to be about my thoughts and musings about Harley Davidsons, rides on this, little maintenance bits that we're doing on this before I sell it. I'll do a review on this as well, along with the individual different little how-to videos. Now this bike, I only picked it up for just about $1,000. I've not done a lot of mods to it yet, but I have done a couple. So the first thing that I did was the clocks. It didn't work at all. So I installed some new clocks. So they've got 0 miles on these clocks because they didn't work. So I bought some brand new ones from Keeway and fitted those all up. After I did that, I replaced all the bulbs on the bike with LED, just so that they were a lot brighter, because they're pretty shit from the factory, I'll be honest with you. And then my favorite thing is the headlight. Now, when I get my Harley, I'll be doing pretty much the same kind of headlight. They do a very similar style for those two, but it's a cool thing, man. It's so much brighter, because the regular Keeway headlight it's like holding a candle in the middle of the forestry at night. It's pathetic, really. It's a joke. Definitely gives you a bit more visibility, which is what you're gonna need at night. I did play around with installing a cone filter at one point. But then I went back to the factory airbox, so I got rid of that. And then I fitted some underbar mirrors that you can see here. I find this much more useful than having them up there. So I found that when they were here, I couldn't see anything. All I saw in the background was my shoulders, versus down here, when you put your arm up, you see that? You instantly get like a better view of behind you. If you're having issues with this bike, by the way, and they're related to the bike's cutting out when you're at traffic lights and stuff, it might be this. I found, after much trial and error, changing all different things, fuses, wiring, all that kind of stuff, that the tank wasn't venting. But normally it goes, which is telling me that the air isn't getting in to fill the space left up, and it's basically creating a vacuum. Anyway, enough about this bike. I just wanted to tell you guys, basically, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, comment, like the video, just so that as content comes through, you'll see it, because this is pretty much just an introduction. For a little 125, she sounds awesome. I think for a first bite, so as I said, like, comment, subscribe, get involved, and then you can see as the new content comes out, Harley related, Keeway related, whatever floats your boat. It's not going to be for everybody, this bike, but there are a lot of people on Facebook, in the Facebook groups I'm in, that are asking, what is this? You know, what part of the bike is this? What does this do? And through trial and error, I've pretty much figured every part out by now. So I'm more than happy to help you guys. If that's not your kind of thing and you're just here for the Harley stuff, that's cool. Just drop a subscribe, drop a like for now, and just zone out for another 2-3 months when I go pick up my Harley 883 from the dealership. And then the content should be much more interesting to you at that point.